Hey guys, it's your boy Lumbini. We're here with another interview for Garage Sales Art. And right next to me, I'm sitting next to
Lethabo Motsana Maboyane. That's me.
the first time I actually met you was at art fair, bro.
Yeah, F&B.
That is, I didn't know this guy, and that's when I saw that he has a love for art. So I'm glad that I followed him. I could see that he has the same interest and he also contributes to the world of art. So I'm glad to have you here for the interview, bro.
Nah, man, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, let's get to it, man. What inspired you to start creating art, and how has that inspiration evolved with time to where you are right now?
How I started with my art. It actually started with my sister. You know, she was kick-ass at drawing and all of that, right? So majority of the times when I saw her drawing, I wanted to kind of replicate that.
Yeah.
And knowing that I couldn't, actually made me want to learn about it more, you know. So even in, your art classes, not to say I was the best, but people look at my stuff and be like, yo, man, that's quite dope.
I mean, that's how it starts for everyone, because even me, I was not interested in art. I was a science guy, bro.
Yeah.
So my mom said, you actually make pretty dope drawings.
Yeah.
And I just followed up to that. So it's good to see that other people encourage you to be where you are right now.
No, 100%.
Would you say that because I remember when we were growing up, Dragon Ball Z was one of the inspirations for us drawing. Did you draw those characters?
Yeah, man, that was peak, bro. Coming home, waiting till 5, trying to catch that. My homie, that was probably the best era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dragon Ball Z.
Shout out Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, because a lot of people are artists because of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your art style, bro. It's very unique. The way I see it, I don't know, you'll tell me. It looks very urban. Why? Can you please describe what goes into it, why it looks that way, why you feel that's the style that you want to portray?
I feel I reference a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that, everything is original. You know what I'm saying? There's always a source that it comes from. I usually reference some artists Fatuani Mukeli, of course you're gonna speak about your Nelson Magamos and, well-established artists, that those are the people we look at.
So you when you making art, you trying to reference South African artists more?
Yeah, because they have a story to tell. And majority of the time when we look at artists outside of South Africa, it's it's cool, but it's not really us.
It doesn't speak to you.
It doesn't speak to us, you know. So majority of the times, when I reference work, it's work that actually speaks to me.
Yeah.
And not to say I'm trying to replicate that to the T, but because it spoke to me, it ignited something in me to create.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate those artists that actually put out their work.
Yeah.
If you're an artist and you're watching this, put out your work.
Yeah.
It's really important because it speaks to people.
It speaks to people, and it's crazy because South Africa is has one of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
With Nelson Makamo, with William Kentridge. William Kentridge is one of the biggest artists, contemporary artists right now. So it gives people hope, that they can one day make it.
100%.
So let's look at some of your artworks, man. You will speak more about what we see in front of us, man.
So this is part of a series, I'm not really completely done with it.
Yeah.
But
this is what is it called? Denim.
This is denim, yeah. So I painted this on
denim.
So that you can see. And this was an era for me where, I had a lot of hair, you know what I'm saying? And I was at a point where, I had to literally take risks. Like I was saying, I wrote there, take the risk, because I was at a point where now I needed to prove myself to the people that are around me, the people that support me, that, I actually love what I'm doing and I really want to take it to the highest level, And the typography just like came through because
that's what I've been noticing in a lot of your artworks. Like
Yeah.
you'd kind of deface the character,
yeah.
and then put words. Like why would you want to take that approach? What does it do?
Because I'm like a designer, right? I make clothes, so when I'm designing my t-shirts and all of that, I usually like use a lot of typography. So when I just started like painting, I would like maybe like write it on the side or something like that, and then eventually I just defaced the character that was in my work, and I just felt like the words needed to kind of also speak, but yeah, this is like a really important piece for me.
Yeah.
Before we get to like
what's the title of this one?
This is just part of like a series. It's called
part of a series.
Bogart, series.
Okay.
There's like 1 or 4.
With this kind of art that you do, you don't put eyes on them. These ones. On these ones, this type of artworks.
I do. I want to, but like I get to a point where I'm just like, if people can see themselves in like my work, then the eyes matter. But for me, it's like I just want you to be able to see yourself in my work.
That's crazy because my art is the opposite. The eyes speak more than the image.
And what does the writing in red symbolize anything? Your red writing?
I think it symbolizes urgency.
Or is it the anger or what? Like the passion?
Passion.
The passion in it.
I think
Like,
so
fuck
too.
'em all. Like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like when I posted this, but I removed it. But when I posted it, like my pops hit me up even. He was like,
Delete
like
delete it, nigga.
why? No, he didn't say delete it, but he was just like, why do you feel like that?
Okay.
Because he was also, he's also someone that like really, appreciates me and the person that I am, and he's also, as much as I see him growing up, he's also seeing me grow up. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like wondering like why I felt like this, because he's never seen this side of me. And if I'm speaking through my art, then to a certain extent, like as a parental figure, you're gonna kind of feel worried. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you feeling like this and all that type of stuff. But realistically, dog, this is just to all the people that didn't believe, bro. Like, dog, you didn't
leave them
in
behind,
us.
bro.
Yeah.
Not necessarily leave them behind.
No, we do leave them behind.
We don't. We don't leave them behind.
Haters, they have energy that doesn't grow, bro.
No. Listen, we don't leave them behind.
What do you mean?
Leaving someone behind is a choice. I don't make that choice. They make it for themselves.
That's true.
So me saying fuck them all is like, okay, fuck you for not making that choice for yourself. Because if you wanted to be here, you would. This one is like, how can I say it?
This is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. Damn.
Yeah.
So most of your art, like that one's take a risk,
Yeah.
and this is believer. So do you feel like your art is trying to put belief in like black people, or it's not just specific black people, it's young people? Who are you trying to motivate with your art?
I feel like, there's a story that I could tell, a story that could relate to a lot of kids and a lot of, individuals that are just feeling the way I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household that, was Christian, like we pushed the whole Christianity, and faith was a very big thing for me.
Yeah.
And when I painted this, I was at a point in my life where, you're struggling with your faith, and you're having challenges, and you still need to like push through and like get to the next level, because there is like light at the end
Of the
tunnel.
Yeah.
So when I created this, like that's what it spoke to me. That's how it spoke to me.
But I mean, like, art is supposed to be for you, and whoever like gets it,
100%.
You're not doing it for anyone else. It's not like a product.
Yeah.
Product, you think about other people. When you do art, you think about yourself.
Yeah.
What resonates with you. What are the things that you want to tackle?
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out, man. I like the fact that it's inspirational, man.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives us an idea of a person that you are. You know? So much self-belief, and that's kind of what's needed right now. In an economy like ours is like, there's a lot of people trying to get the bag, man. So so you gotta keep grinding. But shout out for that.
Nah, thanks, man.
Shout out for
But
that.
don't get it twisted though. We do need the bag. We need the brands to be on board. We need them to see us, because a lot of us have a story to tell, but sometimes we don't have the voice for it.
Yeah.
You know, and if they can, you know, tap into that, I think, you know, we're going really far as like a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, shout out, man. I always believe, like, yeah, it is the government's responsibility to put us on, but as a person, you should be independent of other people for you to do things for yourself.
Yeah.
So never rely on anyone. Just do your own thing,
Just do
man.
your own thing.
Surround yourself with the right people, the right voices, and yeah. Pretty dope thing that you did, man. I like the fact that you scale up your work. Like this is the smaller ones, bro.
Yeah.
So first of all, there was the boxer.
Yeah.
But what I liked the most was the mural you did with Mix It. Is it Mix It?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me how you went about that. Did they approach you? Did you approach them? Do you know them? How did that happen, bro?
I'm gonna be honest, right? So I was working on a collaboration project with a good friend of mine, Inga. His name is the director AK on Instagram, and you know, he hit me up. He's like, yo, you know, let's do this. I want to put it in my collection, because he's a photographer, so he's dropping like a series.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
And we did it, and he told me, yo, I'm gonna be working like somewhere in like Randburg.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be working, pull up on me if you got it, like, you know. So I pulled up on him, and at that time, like, I didn't like sign my work. So I pulled up on him, and he was working in studio with like, you know, a good like company, and you know, I signed it, and it was just like a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like closing time. And I just pulled up, and I was just like true to myself, and you know, I gave him the artwork, and you know, I met Kiasha. Kiasha was there, and she really liked it, and she's like, yo, man, I'm gonna hit you up one day and we're gonna do something, you know. And I didn't really like expect much from it, because you know, I just believe that, you know, if something is meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Yeah. You know, so a few months later, you know, she hits me up and she's like, yo, man, I really like your work and we should do something. Right? She's hosting this event and she's putting it together in Pretoria, and you know, she wants me there. Yeah. Right? And initially, like, she wanted me to like paint like small artworks for people that are gonna come through and see it. But you know, I just felt like that wasn't gonna work for me. That's too much work for me to like try and make people happy and say, okay, fine, my homie, I just painted you, here it is. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted it to be less of a transactional thing, and I just wanted it to be like a feeling. So I pitched to her, I was like, yo, let's do a mural.
Let's do something different.
Yeah, let's do something
Shout
different.
out, man. That's dope, bro. Because I'm an artist and I've been wanting to do murals, bro. Like, I just want to expand it. So for you to put it up on the wall and people were there to experience you making it, that's pretty dope, man. Shout out for that. Tell me about that. Like, what got you to think like I have to make a brand?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It came from way back. Like, this was like when I was in high school. You know, friends of mine collectively, we came together. We're like, yo, let's start a brand. And at that time, it was called Everybody Eats. And you know, that's a story for another day. But you know, that happened, and you know, because we went like our separate ways, that's just how life is, you know. We went our separate ways, and I was just like, okay, fine, I need to start something that's mine. You know, something I could call my home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did that, and I just called it Balova Studios because, you know, it just touched me. You know what I'm saying? And Balova Studios is just like a representation of, you know, who I am. You know, being unapologetic about, you know, the work that I produce. And that's just the whole meaning about it, just being unapologetic and not needing to explain yourself. You know, so I felt that was like perfect for me, and that's when like my journey of like, creating silhouette like started. And that was literally like my first love, that brought me into the space of actually finding out about different, designers and all these. And of course, like we're gonna say, shout out Virgil.
Who are some of your inspirations?
Shout out Virgil.
Virgil, yeah.
Virgil came through.
Is it more like Virgil because he's like one of like the bigger African artists, black artists, Because like a lot of the time when you in a space where you don't see people that look like you, you either want to be the first or you discourage to do it because it's like, I don't think I belong here. So it's like when kids see a black astronaut, they're like, oh damn, black people can be astronauts too. Like obviously you can, but because you haven't seen it done, it's like it's the same thing with Virgil. Like he really went up the ranks, and I feel like he inspired a lot of people in our generation, especially people of color. So you would say Virgil, and who else?
I looked a lot at Luigi. Founder of Rude. Of course, we have to bring it local. Tots, Galax Boy, did his thing. Laduma with Makosa. Man. Like there's a lot more that I'm probably not even gonna mention right now. But there's a lot more that like inspire a lot of people, and just seeing them like do it. It's like, yo, man, I could do that too.
Do it too, man. I mean, like you have to start somewhere, man. I feel like some people will over romanticize having the resources, Sometimes I have a guy called Cyrus, he started painting on like pieces of wood. There's a lot of excuses like, I don't have the art supply, I don't have that. But you just feel like you need to express yourself by any means possible. You will try and do that. So
I actually have like an artwork, right? It was like my first artwork on canvas. My mother actually has that one. And I didn't have like paint at that time, like different color paints. I literally had like white paint and a white canvas, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense, right? But I took like coffee and like I mixed it with water, and I was just like painting, and I did these like patterns, and at that time I was just like, just doing what I could at that time, and I created this artwork, I signed it, and I just said, yo, mom, just hold on to this. That's you. That's my first one.
Shout out to the moms that like inspire the kids to do more. Because my mom bought one of my first artworks, and that really helped me fund all the other artworks I've done. It also drove me to do more, So shout out to the mothers and the fathers that inspire the kids to do more, Just keep pushing. Do you feel like your art and your fashion are like one and the same things, two different expressions happening there? You know what I'm saying?
I tried to put it together, but I think it's two different languages. And I think I speak to two different people when I'm creating in each sphere, and I try not to bring it together because sometimes I feel like it's gonna clash, and sometimes you don't need that. You need to have its own thing.
But one thing I see is that I see a correlation with your art and your fashion is the play of words. Because even at the back of your hoodie right now, there's a play of words. So kind of you see that like one is beating into the other, but it might not be that obvious. You know what I'm saying?
100%. They do like feed into each other. But it's majority like separate things. Separate words. Man.
Let's talk about something so real. What are the challenges that you faced being a creative, not just an artist? Being a creative, and a lot of the time you give up just before you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like the finish line is right there and you give up. Like what kept you driven? And what are the challenges that you faced?
The challenges that I faced was number one, like working with the right people. I think, surrounding yourself with good, intentional people is very important because, being with the wrong person or working with the wrong people can, stray you down a path that you don't want to go down. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's also like really important, and that's a challenge that I've been like dealing with because I feel like I'm a genuine person, or at least I try to be. I don't know how other people will perceive me, but I just always try my best to be myself within every interaction. And like of course the friends you keep is important, but I think another challenge is like financial means. Like that's really majority of everyone's
the
problem.
creative space does need a lot of money.
It does.
It's not just what you think of in your head.
There's
a lot that goes into all of this. So but like, let's not make an excuse, we just keep pushing, man. So
but I also don't want to like stray away from like the fact that I do like receive help from like my supporting structure, my support structure. I do receive help because like they believe in me, but the reason why they believe in me is because I give them something to believe in. That's the difference.
That's true.
You can't say, okay, I need funds for this, but you're not working. You know what I'm saying? You have to put in the work and
show them the evidence.
Show them the evidence of your work, and even if it might take time. It might take time, and you don't know when your time will be, but you just have to keep working. And the thing is
that with fashion and art, whatever, it's like one time you know one, and suddenly you somebody. It's like that moment where you boom. And the moment that you are nothing, it's like happens that quick, bro. So that's the weird thing about this industry. It's like there's no middle ground. You can't be a half-good artist. You have to be an amazing artist, or you're just a bad artist. So man, I guess that's how it is, man. That's the politics of this industry. But shout out to your support structure, your parents, your friends. Those are the people that kept you going.
Literally.
And let's talk the future now. What do you see in the next 5 years for Lethabo Studios, your art, anything that you want to do creatively?
Creatively, I want to exhibit my work, I'm not too pushy with it because I know that, when it's there, it will be there for people to see. I accept what it comes with, but I'm not chasing it because having a mindset of an abundance is very important. That's how you attract exactly what you need, and you will receive what you need at that specific point in time. And I really want to like release more clothes. I feel like even with Lethabo Studios, like I want really good clothes to be accessible. And just for the next kid to like see me and say, yo man, that guy's dope, I'm trying to be like him. Maybe one day when I'm driving my Porsche and living in my crib,
and it's not even really about the Porsche. It's about dying trying. You know what I'm saying? It's like they saw you do it. Even if you die at a very young age, they saw you in the process and put belief in them. It's not like the materialistic outcome of your hard work. It's how people perceive you in the action of trying to be someone. So but shout out, one day you will have that Porsche.
Oh no, that Porsche is needed.
But man, that's all for today, man. Shout out, thank you so much for coming, bro.
Thanks, man.
I hope you enjoyed what we were talking about, and I'm glad that people are hearing your story here and got ourselves out, man. I can't wait to see what you're coming up with. Shout out.